Hello, it's Rico Caviglia, America's healthy aging trainer and creator of the Ageless Living Lifestyle. And as you can see, the title of today's video training is Beyond Weight Loss and how to end your struggle with dieting and losing weight forever. So, if you're still been struggling with dieting and trying to lose weight and on and losing some weight and then gaining it back again. So this is going to show you exactly why that's been happening and what you really need to do and how you can actually end this struggle forever. So if that sounds good to you, you are definitely in the right place. So let's get going. So this is one of my, I wouldn't say favorite, but it's I think a very interesting slide, and I hope that these what I call stunning facts, I hope you find them stunning as well. So the WHO ranks the United States of America only 27th in overall health and well-being, and the WHO is the World Health Organization. So what's really interesting, I mean, what about this is that we, as the most prosperous and most advanced and wealthy country in the world, we're these stats show that we're really not doing very well, and we're going to see why here in a minute. And we're not even ranked in the top 10 for longevity or for happiness. And as you know, I'm sure two-thirds of Americans are considered to be overweight, with almost a half of those considered to be obese, and that includes our children as well. And I know I put this third leading cause of death. That's really for the treatment that you get in our hospitals. And we're not going to go into that today, too, but that's another dangerous situation just to show that our overall lifestyle and healthcare system is vastly in need of an overhaul. So, what's the root cause? Why are we having this problems with our health, and why are so many Americans overweight? Well, the answer is definitely it's all about lifestyle. You know, unfortunately, the American lifestyle is really the problem. You know, somehow we've got into this system of big business, such as the big pharmaceutical companies and the big food industries. They don't produce products that are really good for your health or maybe actually even work. It's all about the bottom line. It's all about making money. And so the system that we have, it's created a toxic environment, external environment and our internal environment, and it's created hormonal imbalances. It's what's causing so many people to gain excess body fat. And then the food industry, you know, we've eaten so much what I call unfoods, this fast, highly processed junk foods. So you probably heard the saying that America is overfed and undernourished. And then we have this lack of movement. You know, everybody's so caught up into this rush, busy society trying to make money that they don't take care of their health. They don't take time to exercise. And so all this combination of bad food, of stress, of not moving the body has really uh, got us into this epidemic of obesity. And then we've got caught up into this, again, this rush society that we're all looking for the magic bullet. Just want to take a pill and hope that it'll all go away. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more in just a minute. So this is not the lifestyle we're talking about. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people like that guy over there on the couch, just sitting around drinking and sitting on his being a couch potato and with his remote. And then there's the lady here who's just into smoking a cigarette and looking beautiful. Although I have to say it's kind of funny, she's still looking pretty good for her lifestyle there. Okay, and so you know I think one of the biggest problems that we have worldwide now is really lack of expectations. You know, so many people we've got so caught up into this struggle and into uh, this lifestyle and these cultures of being unhealthy and struggling with trying to lose weight and being in the stressful societies that people have kind of given up expectation that they can't ever be really fit and energetic and healthy all of their life. And so they just kind of accepted it, and they've got caught up in just trying to take some quick fix, which never seems to work. But I'm here to tell you that I want you to expect the best for yourself because you can get that fit, healthy, and energetic body that you want. And that's what I'm going to teach you today. And I want you to know that it's quite possible for you. And I want you to expect that because we all have the possibility to be our best self and to be as successful and fulfilled and as productive as we need to be. And we can create that healthy, energetic body that we all need and desire. So let me tell you a little bit about my story. So I want you to know that maybe you will think that I should know what I'm talking about here, at least a little bit. Okay. So first of all, I see that these pictures up here are just to show you, what's possible. I teach what I call the ageless living lifestyle, and I want to show people not to live your life by your age, and it doesn't really matter what your chronological age is. Actually, it says 72. I'm actually 75 now, and my fitness age the last time we tested was about 34. But this is just to show you that it doesn't matter what your age is. It's really how you take care of yourself and how you work on your fitness level. So I also want to tell you that for the past 35 years, I've had the good fortune to be a health and fitness trainer, and I've been able to work with hundreds and hundreds of individuals just like you, of all different ages, different fitness levels, with many different health challenges to really greatly improve their overall health and well-being and to get that leaner, fitter, healthier body that we all desire. And in that same time, I've been able to write 17 books on health and wellness and longevity, and I've written over 100 articles, and some have been published on some of the major media websites, and I've given lots of workshops. So I've got the experience, and I think I know what I need to teach you what's going to get the results. In fact, I guarantee the results. Now, I also want to tell you that what I discovered was I remember when I was first teaching people about weight loss, although now I don't call it weight loss, it's how to reduce that excess body fat. You'll find out in a minute why we don't call it weight loss. And a lot of people would say, well, Rico, but you don't really understand us. You've never been overweight or unhealthy, and you've never been overweight, so you don't really understand what we're going through and how it is and how we feel. And at first, I really didn't know what to say about that. I knew that I had the right information and I know what they need to do, but I didn't know how to answer that question. And then finally, I realized that we'll talk about challenges, more challenges in a minute too, but really, we all have our challenges, and our challenges are really all the same. And so I finally realized that I do understand it, and I know how you feel if you've been dealing with this, and maybe you've been teased or felt, just not really good about yourself, and you look in the mirror and you're not happy with the way you look, and maybe you just don't feel good about yourself, and maybe you've been even teased or laughed at. And I had that experience. You see, when I was real young, I I stuttered. So I grew up stuttering. And so, of course, you know how kids are. Kids would laugh and tease me. So I didn't feel good about myself. I felt self-conscious because I couldn't talk very well. And so I didn't feel good about myself either. So it's the same. Whatever's causing you to not feel confident or good about yourself or happy and fitting in well, it's all the same. It doesn't make any difference. So I do understand how you feel. I know that's not fun. Fortunately, I was able to, be a good athlete, and I got through school all right. And then finally, I didn't stutter as much as I got older, but then I started writing my books, and of course, the marketing and media people said, "Rico, this is your message, this is your process. You're the model. You got to get out and speak and promote your process, the ageless living lifestyle." And of course, I resisted because I thought, when you stutter, the very last thing you think you'll ever be is a public speaker. So I resisted it. And then I realized that, yeah, I was telling my fitness clients to step their game up and meet their challenges, but I wasn't meeting my big challenge. So I just pushed into it and got out there and started learning about speaking and start to speak. And I was really pretty bad at first, and I wouldn't consider myself a great speaker yet, but now I love to speak, and I get out there and I love to speak and get my message out there. And so it just shows you that no matter what your challenge is, what you're dealing with, what your fears are, you just have to step up and meet that challenge. And your fear, when you get into it, it just dissipates and it goes away. And you can be and do and accomplish whatever you put your mind to. So I want you to know that I do understand how you feel. All right. So again, our big challenges really offer big successes and big rewards. So really, the bigger your challenge, whatever it may be, is really a blessing because if you step up and push through it and become successful, you're going to get some big rewards. So success is really about taking responsibility for your life and overcoming major challenges. And again, as I just showed you, it's not the particular challenge that's important. It's what you learn in the process of overcoming any challenge. And we all face different challenges, and we all can all relate to each other because we all go through some major challenges in our life. Okay, so I think this is my favorite slide. So this is your day to become inspired that you can get that fit, healthy body that you want, and you can be as successful and as productive and as happy as you desire to be. And I want you to know that this word inspired is really an amazing word. Inspired really means to be in spirit. And spirit is just another name for source or for God or however you think of God or the creator of the universe or who runs this universe. However you think about that. So when you become inspired to do something in your life, you're actually connected to your higher self. You're connected to spirit or to God. And we all have the same sort of overall belief of what however we think of God, as God is all knowing, all loving, can accomplish, can do anything, right? So when we're connected, when we're to source, to God, we have the capability to achieve anything. And what's interesting, most almost all of the people that we admire the most, who have achieved the most, and we look up to and wonder how did they accomplish so much, when they're asked, they will say, well, I had this inspiration. I was inspired to do this. And whether they knew it or not, by being inspired and having an inspiration, they were connected to source. So that's why they're able to accomplish such great things. And we all can do that. So you just have to really get inspired and have an inspiration for your life, and you'll be successful in whatever you want to do. So I hope that really makes sense for you. So my my promise to you that I'm going to show you how you can end your struggle with dieting and losing weight forever. So are you ready? Are you ready for this? It's I think it's going to be really it's it's pretty amazing. Here it is. Oops, I went the wrong way. Stop trying. Yes. Stop trying to lose weight. Let me ask you this. We know that the weight loss industry in America is over $100 billion a year industry. $100 billion. So if all these, what we call the 4P phenomena, pills, powders, packaged foods, and preposterous promises were working, we would be a nation of thin, probably underweight people, right? But we're not. We're the fattest country in the world. So what's going on here? There's something going on here, right? It doesn't match. We're spending all this money on all these weight loss programs and products and we're getting fatter. So obviously weight loss does not work. So think about this. The whole term weight loss is the wrong terminology. It's sending the wrong message to our brain because we don't like to lose anything, right? What do we all do if we lose something? We're looking for it. We don't like to lose anything, even the smallest thing. We're looking for it, and unfortunately, that's what happens to most people when they lose some weight. Then they look around, they find it, and they find it, and it comes back to them again. So first of all, you need what I recommend to people is you got to get the whole concept of weight loss out of your mind. So you never have to worry about trying to lose weight again. So what I recommend is you get your scale and you pick it up and you take it out and throw it in the trash because You don't need to weigh yourself. You know how much you weigh. Your how much you weigh has no significance whatsoever. It actually was made up by those insurance companies many years ago, just so they could, those height and weight charts, so they had a way of classifying you, and they could charge you different amounts of money based on that. And how much you weigh has no bearing whatsoever. It's how much excess body fat you have. So that's the answer. Stop dieting. Okay, let's talk about dieting. We know now that dieting is absolutely counterproductive because when you eat a small amount of calories, anything under, say, 1,200 calories a day, your body thinks you're starving. And so it's trying to preserve itself. So it holds on to the fat that you have and it won't let go of it. So, and it actually slows your metabolism down so you won't burn that body fat no matter what you do. And then when you get off this low calorie diet and start eating more calories, what happens with this slower metabolism now? You even put on more excess body fat. So you never have to diet again. You never have to weigh yourself. You never have to concern yourself with weight loss. How does that feel? Think about that. You've just ended all that struggle and all this mental struggle and just let it all go. You never have to do that again. Okay. So let's talk about what you need to do now. What you need to do is really just basically three things. We have a new concept. We're going from loss, trying to lose weight, to gain. What you need to gain is a healthy amount of body fat and a healthy, fit body. That's what we want to work on. So you're replacing trying to lose weight with getting the healthy, fit body that's just right for you. And so, number two, you need to develop a personalized health and fitness program. And number three, you need to start loving and appreciate that body that's your gift. And especially you're going to love and appreciate that body that shows up when you begin implementing the health and fitness system, the Ageless Living lifestyle that I'm going to teach you today. So remember, your body's your gift, and so just give it the best care you possibly can. Get it as healthy and as fit as you possibly can, and then the body shows up. That's the right body for you, and you need to appreciate it and to love it. Now, I want to ask you, can you do this? And I'm telling you, yes, you can. Kind of a funny thing is, you're an American, aren't you? American. You're not American, can't, American. You're American. So yes, you can do this. So, before we get into what you really need to do, what is your long-term health and fitness and permanent fat reduction system and program is, I want to tell you some things that you need to do immediately for safe, effective fat reduction. So the first thing is, as we've already talked about, is to forget about losing weight and commit to mastering the shape and health of your body. Now, again, this is so important to do that. It's a whole mind shift. You got to shift your mind. I know you've been focusing on weight loss, and that's all we hear about is weight loss. So you have to be able to step up and say, okay, I'm just letting that go. You want to let go of things that aren't working, right? That are not fun. So let it go. And then you need to have your hormonal system checked up because all this stress that we have and bad food and not exercising and all these different things in this society that we live in now, this culture, it's kind of a toxic environment that we live in. It's really this wreaks havoc on our hormonal system. And if your thyroid in particular, if your hormonal system is not functioning well, it's out of balance, no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to lose that excess. No, sorry, you're not going to be able to get rid of and to create that healthy, fit body that you want. So I recommend that you consult with a naturopathic doctor or a integrative medicine doctor or a really good qualified nutritionist that knows how to really check out your hormonal system, and then if you need to, put you on a really safe and natural hormonal balancing system. So that's real important to do. And then it's just, again, to commit to caring for your body and to begin to consistently implement the Ageless Living lifestyle wellness strategy that I'm going to show you here in just a minute. And the good news is it's guaranteed to work for you. So the Ageless Living lifestyle, we have a saying around here at my company. It's called aging is natural, growing old is not. And of course, how that applies here is because if you're really got a lot of excess body fat, and if you're even considered to be obese, that is really putting a strain on your body, and it's a precursor to so many uh, diseases, degenerative diseases like heart disease and cancer and diabetes that's killing most people way too young. So you're not going to be able to age naturally and live nearly as long as you want, and you're probably going to end up dying way too long, like so many Americans do. So the ageless living lifestyle is a lifestyle that I developed that I'm very confident will give most everyone the very best possible chance, opportunity to avoid disease in old age and to live a much healthier, energetic, and vital long life. And it's a whole system of mind, body, and spiritual strategies that I know that are proven that I've been using on, like again, like hundreds and hundreds of people, and we know that they work, and they're backed by science, and they're backed by, like say, we actually have used these, and many people have, not just for me either, and we know that they work. So the ageless living lifestyle is what you need to do. And now I want you to know that it's not some really complicated, it's not a lot of different hard things you need to do. And I understand that we all live in this really busy society and we have busy schedules. And so what I've done, I really kind of boiled it down, this ageless living lifestyle strategy, to what I call the seven essentials of life or ageless living. And these are already things, as you can see on your screen, that we are already doing. Beliefs, we already have beliefs and we have thoughts. We're thinking all the time anyway, right? We're breathing, we're drinking, we're eating, we're eliminating waste products, we're moving. Hopefully, we're moving and we need to get rest. These are all the things you need to do to stay alive, and you're already doing them. But the problem is, you haven't really learned to master them. You're not doing them in the best way possible for yourself. So it's all about just still doing what you're already doing, just learning a little bit, a little bit of tweaks here and there and what you need to do to master these. And then it's going to be amazing how much just changing and just learning how to do all these things in the proper way, what a huge difference it's going to make. Not only is it going to get rid of that excess body fat, but it's going to give you so much more energy. You're going to look and feel better. It's going to be quite amazing for you. So that's what it's about. Just mastering these seven essentials of ageless living. So this is kind of a fun slide. So these days, it's really all about asking the right questions about our life because we pretty much have all the answers. Science has taken us to a place where we have really almost a lot of the answers about the universe and what's life's all about and what our physiology is all about and what we really need to be healthy. And we know quite a bit of things that are cause us not to be healthy and what will make us healthy. So you got to ask the right questions. And what this is about is you got to ask the right questions about those seven essentials. What am I believing and thinking, and how am I eating and breathing and all these things? What am I actually doing? You got to sit down, take a little time, and ask yourself, and realize that you're not doing nearly as well as you could. So that's the good news. Just ask the right questions because we have most all the answers these days. So your ageless living lifestyle system is based on really three major strategies. The first one, we call it the CLEAR strategy. You can see on the board, it stands for choosing to take responsibility for my body, my health, and my life, loving myself unconditionally. It stands for having emotions that are strong, passionate, and focused on permanent results. And A is for actions, for taking consistently to reach my goals and realizing what's truly important in my life. So this is the most important. This is the reason that so many people have such a problem with sticking with a healthy eating program or an exercise program because they haven't got this clear. They're not clear in their mind what's really going on and who they are and what's all important in their life. But we're going to take care of that. So here's the most important thing in your clear strategy. And I'm sure you've heard about this, and I hope you understand this and you have internalized this because this is the thing we should have learned when we're little kids. It's that our beliefs and our thoughts and our words and our feelings are creating our reality. Absolutely true. There's only a few true realities in the universe. We know is certainly a reality that we can't change. We know there's electromagnetic forces, and, and there's some thermodynamic laws. Kind of forget exactly what they are, but those are the true reality of the universe and the natural forces of nature. But everything else is just we're creating our reality with our beliefs and our thoughts and our words and our feelings. And how that works is, and why our beliefs and our thoughts and our words and our feelings are then creating the actions that we take, and the actions that we take are creating the results that we're getting in our life. And just a quick, really simple example of how that works. The reason that you are here watching and listening to this video training because you have the belief that maybe it's something that will be of value to you. And so you have the thought that I better go ahead and watch this video. And then so that's how you happen to actually took the action to actually do it, and that's how you're here. And by paying attention and taking this information and applying it, it's going to give you the results that you really desire. And again, the way this works is because beliefs, thoughts, and words and feelings are all actually energy. We now know from quantum physics that everything in the universe is nothing but impulses of energy and intelligence, including our physical bodies. And that's how all of our modern technology works, because everything is just energy, and we've learned how to connect energies. But everything affects everything else that's going on in our lives. So it's so important to realize this. And here's the cool thing about beliefs is we can believe anything we want, right? So we can also we can change our beliefs. We can believe anything I want. So here's one thing that you can believe. If things are not going just as well as you would want them, whether it's in your health or your relationships or your business or whatever's going on in your life, if it's not going well, you can believe that you have some limiting beliefs that are holding you back, that are blocking you. And see, that's and when you understand that your beliefs and your thoughts, your words, your feelings are creating your reality, then that gives you power, because if you create something and you're not happy with it, that means you have the power to create something else. But if you don't believe this, if you think it's always something outside yourself, it's the government or economy or other people, then you give up your power and you're a victim, you know. So this is so important to understand that your beliefs are creating your reality. And the cool thing about, again, what I said is about beliefs is you can believe anything you want. So the very best belief that I recommend everybody has is to believe only the very best about for yourself. Only believe the best. Why not? Why believe anything less than that? So that takes us to the big question that we really need to answer is that we all are searching for is clarity. It's clarity, you know. In other words, you know, who are we and what are we and why are we here and what's the purpose of our life? And why that's so important, of course, is because if if we're not really clear on what our life's about or what we're doing, that's really the main reason that we don't take the better care of our physical body. If we don't understand, see, this is my belief, and of course, many all of the spiritual and success gurus and teachers that I've studied say that we are all are spiritual beings, and that we're here on this planet Earth just for a short time with this physical body to learn to grow to be a higher conscious spiritual being and to evolve and to use our special talents and skills and live our purpose, find our purpose, and to help others and to make it a better life for everybody else. So when you really understand that and you have clarity on that, then that's going to motivate you to take the best care of your physical body. I hope that makes sense to you, you know, and that will really motivate you to realize that I need this fit, energetic, healthy body so I can be as successful as I want to be. And to realize, be clear on that everything that's going on in your life is a choice, and you have conscious choosing. You can choose what what your actions are, what you're going to do. So you actually are creating your life by your choices, and it's really just about awareness. You know what it is whenever you talk, we'll talk about little bit more about this, but whenever you are catching yourself, you know, complaining or being unhappy or being angry or being upset or blaming or feeling lack, those are all negative. Those are all negative uh, thoughts, and those things are what's holding you back. So you just have to shift when you catch yourself into thinking about all the positive things and things that you want in your life. So uh, that's really the big, I think, insight that I've gotten again from all the spiritual teachings that I've learned is that the only time we struggle is when we're focusing on what we don't want in our life instead of focusing on what we do want in our life. So whenever you catch yourself about thinking about what you don't want, you got to just let that go and start thinking about what you do want. And again, when we're worried, worry is just visualizing something that you don't want to happen. And they say that the vast majority of things we worry about never even happen at all. Okay, so then it's about finding our life purpose, and this is really the key to getting inspired and staying motivated and never becoming old. And again, now there's actually really no excuse for not learning more about life purpose. Again, remember I mentioned earlier that we have almost all the answers. I mean, we have Google, right? Anything you want to know, just Google it, and there's a ton of things about life purpose. There's video trainings, there's books, so you can easily learn, get some ideas of how you discover your life purpose. But basically, it's whatever you love to do, whatever you know you're good at, and what you can see that it helps other people. Uh, that's probably what your purpose is. And our purposes change depending on where you're at in your particular life. But take some time and figure out what your purpose is in life. So it just comes down to changing your story if you want to change your life. We all have these stories, as we've been talking about. We have these beliefs and we have these thoughts about what happened to us and poor me and everything's this is bad and why is this happened to me, and all those storylines again, they're just fear-based. They're all this negative stuff. It's just draining your energy and it's holding you back. It's keeping you from being in the present moment and keeping you from being successful in what you want to do. So you've got to change your story. We all have these stories, right, about all the bad stuff that's happened to us and all the things and problems. You got to let that go. So I came up with this formula here. It's called me plus mr equals mo. So what this stands for is uh, isn't that funny? Is my events plus my response equals my outcome. I forgot that was for Y. First I had it with Y's, it was you. So anyway, so think about this. It's your events, whatever is happening to you in your life, plus your response to that, that's what equals the outcome. So again, it's all about perception. Remember, it's all about how you perceive things. And keep in mind that everything that happens to us is not really good or bad. It's just a lesson. So the more that we can see, find the lesson that in what we in all of our experiences, that's how we're going to advance, and that's how we uh, really are going to raise our consciousness and create a better life for us all and everybody else. So I already kind of mentioned this, but we all like to be powerful, right? Be a powerful person. Well, the true definition of being powerful is being responsible. Again, as we mentioned, be responsible for everything going on in your life. Don't blame any outside forces or anything else that's giving up your power. You want to be powerful? Take responsibility for everything in your life, and then you can create what you need to do. And then you'll be a powerful person. And that's what creates true freedom. When you realize that you're in control, you can believe what you want. You can do what you want. You can create what you want, and that you have unlimited potential. That's what really gives it. That's what true freedom is all about, and that's what we all want, to be free and feel good mentally and physically. So the next strategy, second strategy, is called the care strategy. It's connecting to your body, to really feeling it, understanding it, and listening to your body, and then appreciating your body. Remember, it's your gift to do what you need to do, and respecting your body. That means when you respect your body, you're going to give it the best possible treatment you possibly can, and then enjoying your body. Your body is meant to use to enjoy. So now we're talking about this. The care strategy is really about this. Okay, The clear strategy is about the number one of the seven essentials. That's about our beliefs and our thoughts and all that. And now the care strategy is really mostly about uh, all the physical things we need to do. So you need to breathe, you need to get more oxygen in your body. And why that's important to uh, permanent fat reduction is because every metabolic function in our body requires lots of oxygen. And if it's not getting enough oxygen, nothing can function as well as it should. And you see, remember, everything is is dependent on everything else. Everything is nothing is separate. So everything affects everything else. So if you're not breathing, you're not getting enough oxygen in your body's not going to be able to function well, and it's not so you're not going to have the perfect balance in your body. It's going to affect your hormonal system. It's going to affect everything, your endocrine system, all the systems of your body. So if you're not getting enough oxygen, you're not going to be able to reach that healthy, fit body that you want. And it's the same thing with, we missed drink somehow there. Breathe. How do we miss drink? Okay, breathe. Okay. Water's supposed to be next. Oh, well, okay. They got turned around here somehow. Okay, I don't know how that happened. But okay, drink actually is next. Again, the same thing as oxygen. Our bodies are 70% water, our brains are about 80% water, and we need to stay hydrated. If you're not getting enough pure filtered water on a daily basis, again, your body can't function well. And again, it's the same thing. Your body's not going to let go of this excess body fat if it's not getting the oxygen and the hydration that it needs, and your body can't function properly. So everything gets out of whack. So make sure you're drinking some purified water on a regular basis. Okay, let's go back to eat then. Now, of course, nutrition is a uh, that could be a whole weekend seminar because it can get kind of complicated. But here's the main thing: you just got to eat real food. This is what I tell anybody. If you're serious about really reducing that excess body fat, it's almost impossible to gain any body fat if you're eating real food and you're making your diet almost say 50% or more of raw food. And real food is real simple. Real food is what's grown in nature by Mother Nature. It's organic fruits and vegetables and whole grains and nuts and seeds and some healthy animal products that are raised naturally, not in a cage or a pen, not fed all these chemicals and hormones, and not grain fed, but pasture grain fed naturally. Some healthy animal products can be part of a healthy diet as well. So if you're eating almost all primarily real food, you're getting the nutrition that you need so your body can function properly and your metabolism can adjust to where it's supposed to be. And here's the other thing, see, when you're eating real food, you won't overeat. It's just what really the problem is when you're eating all this processed and this fast junk food, which is addicting, and it has a lot of calories, but it has very little nutrition. So your body knows it's infinite wisdom. It knows what it needs. So if you're eating a lot of calories of this fast processed junk foods, it's saying, okay, I got the calories, but where's the nutrients? Where's the vitamins and minerals and enzymes and proteins and healthy fats that I need to function properly? So it tells you that you're still hungry. So that's why you keep on eating all this processed junk food because your body's still saying, well, where's the nutrients? That remember the reason we eat is to get good nutrition so our body can function properly and have the energy. So it's just about eating real food. In fact, that was my very first hard copy book was called Real Food Real Fast. I wrote that back in the 90s. Uh, it's actually a book of how to make healthy fast food. You can actually do that. So you could check out my book, Real Food Real Fast, on my website, agelesslivinglifestyle.com. So that's as simple as it goes. Now, obviously, we're all biochemically unique, and what the best foods that are that may be the healthiest foods for one person can actually be almost poison for the other person. Some people are highly allergic to nuts, and the nuts are really healthy fat. But I know people that eat a nut, they almost can die. So I highly recommend that it's really be worth your time and money to consult with a good nutritionist or a naturopathic doctor who really knows about good nutrition and can check you out and find what really foods may be causing you some problems. And so again, if you're eating foods that are allergic to your system, again, that's going to be a big factor in helping your body holding on to excess body fat. So that's something that's individual. You need to get yourself checked out. But basically, now of course, in my actual training, when you actually study uh, the ageless living lifestyle in my coaching programs, you're actually going to learn methods for determining, what the best foods are for you, possibly can be for you, and you're going to learn really, how to shop and how to get the very best quality foods. That's really going to make a big difference. All right. So basically, again, if you eat primarily real foods and primarily a raw food diet, I guarantee you those excess pounds, well, I shouldn't say pounds, but those excess body fat is going to come off of you. It's going to come off of you. So that's really important to get into and to help with your diet. Okay, there's drink. We did drink already. And then elimination's really important. That's kind of a funny picture, but what always cracked me up is I don't understand is we have these like reading materials in the toilet, and that's not that obviously you're constipated. You should be able to go in there, take care of your business, and get out of there. And if you're not having 2 to 3, or well, let's say 1 to 2 at least, good healthy bowel movements every day, you are constipated. That's a serious condition because if you're not eliminating those waste products quickly, they can be reabsorbed. These toxins can be reabsorbed in your colon, get back into your bloodstream, and cause all kind of problems in your system. And once again, remember everything's connected. So if your body's toxic, your body's struggling, your body's not going to be able to eliminate those excess body fat because it's going to hold on to fat to try and protect you. As a matter of fact, when your body becomes toxic, what your body tries to do to protect you, it takes those toxins that it can't get rid of and it's overwhelmed with, and it stores it in fat away from your vital organs. So that's another reason if you're toxic, that's another reason that your body's holding on to that fat because it uses that fat to store these toxic. So it's a it's a vicious cycle. So you have to realize it's a holistic approach. And so what I recommend to people, well, first of all, if you are breathing, you're drinking enough, you're eating healthy, real food, lots of raw foods, you're exercising, you're moving on a daily basis, you shouldn't have any trouble with elimination. But if you are, and I highly recommend to all of my clients who are concerned about weight loss, I would recommend to go and see a person that does colonics. If you haven't heard of a colonic is it's like a, it's just a, it's like an enema, but they have a machine. You just lay down and they plug you in and it puts water up into your colon and flushes it all out. Really gets a lot of blockage, removes blockages in your colon and makes a huge difference. And that can also, you can actually lose a lot of weight just like that uh, by going in and having a colonic. So I would highly recommend that you check out how to get colonics. And then uh, you need to most people really need to do a detoxification program. And that's another whole training that I have about how to do really a safe detoxification program. But again, you can also just Google, there's so many, you can go to any health food store and there's lots of detoxification programs that could be a help to you. All right, then move. Of course, you've got to move your body on a daily basis. Move it or lose it. I don't know how we got into this society of being so sedentary and not liking to move. Think about this. What is uh, the young of every species, including humans, always doing? They're moving, they're jumping, running, having a great time moving their body. And how do we lose that? That's why we have a body is to move it. And again, that's how you keep your metabolism up is by moving your body on a regular basis. So we know that the three basics of exercise, of proper exercise, that's going to help you to remove that excess body fat and have that fit, healthy, energetic body. You need to do some aerobic activity, and I highly recommend you do some on a daily basis. You need to do some strength training to build some muscle, maybe at least twice a week. And you need to stretch again every day. You need so your body is nice and flexible, so you can move well. So I want to tell you about the very best aerobic exercise that I have developed a fitness tool called the Vitality Stick. And it's a stick that you can do a complete aerobic, strength, flexibility workouts in just 20 minutes, and I filmed these videos to show you exactly how to do it in the comfort of your home, and why the aerobic, and they're only like 20 minutes or less, and why the aerobic exercise is the best for speeding up your metabolism so you'll burn more calories and burn more fat throughout your day than any other type of exercise is because we're using our upper body, we're using our lower body, we're using lots of different muscles, and we're moving in different planes. And studies now have shown that just like 15 to 20 minutes of this type of exercise where you do kind of high intensity and then you kind of back off a little bit and then you go hard again and doing and using multiple muscle groups at once really speeds up your metabolism. It's way better than doing a whole hour of jogging. As a matter of fact, we now know that jogging it's pretty much a waste of time. First of all, you're out there pounding your joints, probably running on the concrete and the pavement. It's just beating up your joints. And then slow, continuous movement actually does not burn very many calories, and it actually has a tendency to actually slow your metabolism down. So you can actually slow yourself down, and that's why so many people have been out jogging for hours, for years, and still not get rid of that excess body fat. So you've got to move on a daily basis. And of course, when you really get into the ageless living lifestyle, we have other trainings that show you exactly what you need to do for exercise and for all these things. So you got to move your body on a regular basis. Move it or lose it. Let's talk real quickly here about some of the excuses for not exercising. The number one excuse for not exercising is not enough time. And that absolutely is the worst excuse of all. Because think about it, we all have the same amount of time. We all have 24 hours in a day. And I guarantee you, because I've worked with a lot of these people who are some of the most busy, highly successful, that run big companies, take time to exercise because, first of all, they know of all the benefits, and they also know that it's going to make them more productive. They're going to be more successful and produce more people that are really motivated into being highly successful. So no, no matter what, you can find the time to get in at least 20 minutes or so of exercise every day. So that's a really bad excuse. We all have the same amount of time, and it just gives you so much benefits. It's just hard to understand why people just don't get into it. It makes you feel so much better. You look so much better. It benefits you in so many ways. Now, some people will say it's not fun. You don't like to exercise. Well, okay, if you really feel that it's not fun, think about this. I guarantee you, if you take 90 days and you exercise the way that I show you how, that you're going to look and feel so much better. You're going to start having a lot more fun in your life. You're going to have a lot more energy, and you're going to be a lot more motivated to get out there because you look and feel better. So you're going to have a lot more fun, and then you're going to say, hey, this is fun because it's making me have more fun. And then the excuse that I don't really know what to do. I've tried things in the past and they haven't worked. Well, I don't know what you've done in the past, but I guarantee you, when you follow the the systems that I've developed and the strategies, I guarantee you're going to get the good results. And it's no excuse at all what to do. I mean, you can Google tons of different type of exercises. You can learn things on the internet. So it's not an excuse not knowing what to do. So there's no excuses for not taking time to exercise. And then you need rest, of course. Rest is so important. Once again, if you're not getting 7 to 8 hours of good solid sleep, again, your body's going to be out of balance. It's not going to be able to function the way it is. It's going to be under stress. And again, remember, when your body is stressed, it's holding on to that body fat. So that's why all these 7 essentials are important to master so your body can get back into balance, and then your body will let go of all that excess body fat. I hope that you understand that, and that's what makes sense. That's why you need to do this. It's got to be a holistic approach. There's no one thing. That's why people, oh, I'm just going to eat this diet, or I'm going to do this exercise, or I'm going to take this pills. It's not going to get it. It's a holistic approach. It's all about getting your body back in balance, and then when you're in balance and your body's not stressed, it's functioning the way it should, and your body will get rid of that excess body fat. So it's so important to make sure you get enough rest and sleep. And it's important to have fun in your life, to have fun. Again, that's really, this is like the eighth essential of life, is to have fun. So again, when you're laughing, you're having fun, your body, again, it helps your body to get into balance, and so your body can function the way it should. And it gives you, and this is one of the big things I teach my my training on having more energy. It's really energetic. It's really energetic to have fun and to laugh. And remember, life's not supposed to be a struggle. Life is supposed to be fun. So here's some of the real benefits besides losing that excess body fat. It really improves your self-esteem, your self-image, raises your confidence. You have more energy, better health. You have more strength and flexibility and endurance. Your body looks better. You have more sex appeal, and you have more fun. Now, what could be better than that? Those are all the most important things. So, these are all the benefits that you're going to get when you undertake like the ageless living lifestyle and have a holistic approach to getting that fit, healthy, energetic body that's just right for you. So the third strategy, this is called the can strategy, is choosing to take action now. So, once you know what you really need to do in all these seven essentials, and you know why you're doing it, but then you got to put it together. You got to put together a strategy so you'll actually do it. So you've got to get a written plan, and you got to know when you're actually doing it. So you got to put it together so you'll actually implement it. Because if you don't implement it, knowledge without action is useless. So let's talk about goals. So we all know goal setting is important. It's really helpful. But here's the thing: how do you actually really achieve your goals? So many people have goals and they never achieve them, and I'm going to show you why this is. Because in order for goals to be achieved, they must be tied to what's really truly important in your life, what you have a burning desire to achieve. And of course, you must have a strong self-image and a high self-esteem in order to, because in other words, you need to feel good about yourself and realize that you're here, you're special, and you have a purpose, and that you can do great things. So you need to feel good about yourself, so that you will stick with your goals. And so here's the thing: the absolute worst goal is is to that I want to lose weight. That's the biggest goal that so many people have. And again, now why that's so unimportant? First of all, we already know that the whole concept of weight loss is wrong. But really, why it's bad is because losing weight is something you don't even want to think about. That's not one of your most important things in your life, or that's not something you want to, really it's important. That's just something that you dread or you think you have to do. It's like a drudgery. So that's not what your goal can't be tied to that, because that's not tied to what's really truly important in your life. So you have to tie to what's really important in your life. And so the four most important things that it's pretty much agreed upon by most people, that our health is so important, right? Our relationships, our family, our finances, and our business, and then our purpose and making a difference in the world. So if you're going to set a goal that you're going to give yourself the best opportunity to actually achieve it, it's got to be tied to one of these important things, just tied to your health. And then you have to dig down and, why do I want to be healthy? And because usually it comes down to, because I want to have good relationship. I want to be good for my family. I want to be able to take care of my family, and I want to be able to be energetic to do well in my business, and I want to be able to make a purpose, make a big difference in the world. So that's what it's all about. So you've got to have your goals tied to what's truly important. So you got to take the time to really, remember we talked about clarity, getting clear on what's really important in your life and why you really want to do this. Why do you want to uh, reduce this excess body fat? That's and usually it comes down to, because I want to be have my family proud of me, and I want to look good and feel good so I can be more successful in my business. And again, comes back to take care of your family. So in my opinion, all of us, our number one goal is to be well and to feel good every day. Is to feel good. It's all about feelings. We're feeling beings. So we want to feel good mentally and physically about our life. So that should be our number one goal. And of course, in order to do that, we need that fit, healthy, energetic body to feel good mentally and physically. And again, that's what the Ageless Living lifestyle is all about. So now here's four action tips that I want to give you that really going to help you to stick with your system that you develop. And that is, you got to schedule it, when you're going to have a workout, or when you're going to go shopping, when you're going to eat the right foods. You got to schedule this in your appointment. You got to make an appointment and stick with it unless some emergency comes up. And then set yourself some reminder notes, put little stickies maybe on your bathroom mirror, or by your computer, to breathe, to drink water, to eat real food, to move your body, to get to sleep. make little reminders, and so you'll actually do it. Go do your workout. And then you need to monitor yourself, uh, monitor your progress. Sit down, write down your goals, what they're attached to, what's important, and then monitor your progress. And then reward yourself. When you have successes, reward yourself. That makes a big difference. And the great news about all this is you just really can't fail. When you actually change your mindset, change your story, develop your program, get your schedule so you're actually going to do it and you're actually implementing it on a regular basis, you absolutely can't fail. Again, I just want to remind you, it's just that's what I love, what I teach. Everything we teach, we know that if you just do it, you're going to be successful. You can't fail. The perfect example of that, let's talk about exercise. Say you're doing an arm curl for your bicep muscle. Well, if you do that, do some resistance training for any muscle group, it's going to get stronger. It cannot. If you stretch a muscle, it's going to get more flexible. If you eat energizing food, you're going to have more energy. If you get the right sleep, all these things are simple, basic. Remember, it's the seven essentials. When you begin to master those things, you can't fail. You're going to get some fantastic results. So, we're almost done, you guys. I just want to tell you a few more things here, what some options are for you. So, what do these people have in common? There's Oprah and Michael Jordan and Leonardo, uh, Leo, and there's one other guy there. Oh, that looks like me. Well, at least three out of four are rich and famous, but we all have something in common, and that is, I said they all have. We all have coaches and trainers. I have many coaches to help me. It's so important. It's so helpful because we know now that we know. Okay, I forgot we have a slide here. It says, see, books and CDs and workshops are all fine, but personal coaching is so important because we now know that coaching is known to be the fastest and most effective way to achieve your goals. No question about it. So, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my coaching programs. Uh, and again, when you work with me, your success is guaranteed because all the things I teach, I know they work from experience, not only from science, but I know from actually doing them with people, I know that they work. So now, if you're watching this video and you're not already in my Be Bold, Never Be Old Wellness Club, you should be. And you can go to BeBoldNeverBeOld.com and learn all about about my wellness club. But I also offer personalized coaching. I have 90-day phone coaching program. And I also do have a 90-day personal one-on-one training program if you live here in the San Diego area. And of course, you can go to agelesslivinglifestyle.com and you can find out about my 90-day coaching program and my 90-day personal training program. And so, oh, I forgot I had this slide. Okay, so I have a special offer on my BeBoldNeverBeOld.com about how you can become a member of our Be Bold Never Be Old Wellness Club. And that's a picture of me there. And as you see, I've actually had articles published on CBS, Fox, NBC, ABC's websites. So here's the last few slides. I just want to let you know this is all about uh, making you really understand the importance of this and what's possible for you, and so that you will be able to stick with it and achieve that fit, healthy body that's just right for you. It's commonly thought that we can't predict the future, right? But when it comes to your health and your body, we absolutely can predict the future. So, what you're doing today, how you're thinking and how you're eating and how you're moving and how you're taking care of your physical body is definitely going to predict where your body's going to be 6 months or a year down the road. Absolutely right. So, if you're eating junk food and you're not getting enough rest and you're not believing in yourself and you're in a lot of negative beliefs, you can believe that and whatever health challenges you have now, they're probably going to get worse. Okay, so what you do today predicts your future. So let me have you just do a quick little visualization process. So again, just close your eyes and visualize whatever health challenge you're having. Again, on this particular training, it's about having excess body fat. So think about this. If you don't do some of the things that I've just talked about in this thing, and just keep on doing what you've been doing, What do you think you're going to be 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now? Is it going to get better? It's probably going to get worse. It's just going to continue to get worse, and you're going to look and feel better, and you might even create some really serious situation for yourself. But let's turn that around. How about visualizing if you start doing what I've talked about, start learning to master those 7 essentials of life and actually implementing your ageless living lifestyle strategy? What do you think you're going to be 6 months from now, a year from now? You're going to be a lot better. You're going to be have more energy. Uh, you're going to have a much fitter, leaner, healthier body that you're happy with, and you're going to be able to do so much more. It can't. You can actually be younger than you are today, 1 year from now, if you begin to implement all these strategies that I've talked about. So just think about that. You can do this. So this is a fun slide here. There's three kinds of people: people that make things happen, people that watch things happen, and people who wonder what happened. And it's so true. So I hope very much that you're a person that makes things happen and that you'll actually take action. You'll actually take action. Uh, so go to BeBoldNeverBeOld.com and check out my new uh, online Be Bold, Never Be Old Wellness Club. And you can go to agelesslivinglifestyle.com and check out my personal coaching programs for you as well. So that is it. I want you to know that it's not a difficult thing to do, even though you've been struggling with excess body fat all these years. Just learning to master these 7 essentials, which is not difficult because you're already doing them already. You just got to do them a little bit better and just follow this training, and you're going to be able to be successful. So I hope that was really helpful for you. As always, you can contact me with any help or any questions, and I'd be glad to help you out. So I always leave all my trainings with be bold and never be old. Thanks very much.